Hey, welcome back. Larry here, and I'm going to do a update on a fountain pen that some people call cheap. That's the word that some people use when they email me about pens. I like to use the word lower end. So let's look at the pen in question. Here is the Hero 7002. Now this pen, you can get them on eBay for like $3.50. The question is it worth paying $3.50 for this pen? Well, that would be entirely up to the individual, not for me to say. Let me tell you what I have found out with this pen. As you can see, the clip doesn't say stay tight. It's very loose. It doesn't come off, but it's just loose. The pen does not post, so for me it makes it a little bit short in my hand. I have small hands too, and it's not too comfortable. If it was able to post, then it would be a whole lot better. Now, does this make the pen a bad pen? Well, it has some problems, but I've seen worse. It's got a nice little click to it. I like that. And it's secure well. Just the cap, it could be the sleeve on the inside, a little plastic sleeve on the inside that's causing it. But let's go to the nib. First of all, I do like the design of the feed and the hooded nib. It's a fine nib. I really like this design. It looks really sharp. So that's a big plus for this pen. And it is a converter. That's another plus that I like about this pen. So, even with this plastic insert in the cap, does that help the pen from drying out? Well, let's do some writing with the pen. Are we ready? Here we go. What do you think so far? And we can get even smaller. And wetness. Now let's try something else here. There. And you see how it writes? It's fine yet, but it will dry out in the cap and have hard starts. So it has flow issues. Well, how would you correct this? Well, you would have to get the feed and nib off the pen and work on the nib to get it to write wetter. And I've never tried it on this type of pen before. So the question is, that was been asked about 4 emails I've received, would a pen that costs $3.50 or less worth buying? Well, that's entirely up to the individual that's buying a pen. You know, what is that person looking for? Looking for a flashy pen? A big name pen with a high dollar pen? So you can say, oh, look what I got. Or you're looking for a mid-range pen? Something with color? Something that has all the bells and whistles? Or no bells and whistles? You know, I can go on and on. But how would I rate this pen? Well, for $3.50, I think it's overpriced because it does have some problems. Enough problems for me to say, not my cup of tea. Now, if it would at least be able to post, that would help it for me, because the pen's just, for me, it doesn't fit well in my hands when I write with it. But you know, out of all, this pen looks sharp. I love the way the grip and the hooded nib comes in. That looks really boss to me. It looks really sharp. It looks really strapped. It looks nice. To me, it looks really nice. So that's what I give it on. Would I buy this pen again? No. Would I recommend this pen? Well, for me, I wouldn't buy one again. But who knows? Maybe you may be lucky and get a better pen that doesn't have any defects on it. You know, it does happen from time to time. So, you know, Jin Hao for me would be, I think, more for the buck. But then on the other hand, I have some other heroes that are really some nice pens. Maybe the consistency is not there when they're making pens. Maybe the quality control is not in place well enough to check the pens, even if they do check pens nowadays. There's a lot of ifs involved. So, you know, when you're out there looking for fountain pens, first of all, how much can you afford? That comes first in my mind. Let's say I have $50, so then okay, I'm saying, okay, that's going to narrow the range down for me some. I'm going to not try to look at fountain pens over $50. I'm going to look at them around $50 and below. Maybe $20 to $50 would be that kind of range. Alamy Safari, Alamy All-Star, I think they're like under 50 or at 50. A Pilot Metropolitan, a great fountain pen. For the buck, can't beat it. Dynamite. Love Pilot. Always have, always will. Noodlers, for me, has some good fountain pens. What else? Like I said, Jin Hao has some really good fountain pens. The Preppy, excellent fountain pen. And there's, if you like pocket pens, I'm not sure if that's your thing. They're smaller, but the Kaweco is also a nice pen. Like Kaweco. But when you post it, you have yourself a nice full-size pen. So that makes a big difference if you're into this type of pens. You know, I'm just throwing out suggestions, and there are just many pens to choose from. Here's a Pilot Plumix a nice fountain pen. And the Pilot Prera is a nice fountain pen as well. So, you know, you got a big selection out there for $50, between $20 and $50. It just depends where your head's at and what you want. If you want a pen with more bells and whistles, then be prepared to pay more. If you want bells with a whole lot of bells and whistles with the whole 9 yards, then be prepared to put the bucks out because it's going to cost you. We're talking gold nibs now, palladium nibs. Titanium nib is a great nib. One of my favorite nibs is titanium as well. So, again, it's up to the individual, what he or she likes, what he or she can afford. You can always start low and work your way up. And, you know, like me, I have to save, save, save. Or I may sell some pens and add that to what I've saved so I can buy a pen that I really want. Well, I hope this helps you about low-end pens and about helping you choose a fountain pen, because there's an abundance of pens out there in the pen world, right? So, I hope this video helped. Leave your comments below. And you can share this with your friends, and that will help me out. Take care, and leave your comments, and be safe, and please don't text and drive. I will chat with you later. Peace.